Welcome back to the J Report. In these tough economic times, crime is rising in some communities, but JLTV's Lou Davis introduces us to one neighborhood watch with God on its side.
The streets of Baltimore can be mean and dangerous. In 2008, there were 234 homicides in Baltimore City. Although that's better than in years past, that still makes Baltimore the second most deadly city in the nation, just behind Detroit. A few years ago, as crime in the area increased and there were a rash of burglaries, a small group of Orthodox Jews got together. There were complaints that their neighborhood was becoming more dangerous, so they formed a neighborhood watch group. But it quickly grew into much more. Now, having grown to 47 members, they are on watch 24/7, even on Shabbat. Ron Rosenbluth and Nathan Wilner are two of the original members. When they're not patrolling the streets, Nate is an attorney. Ron, the vice president of Shomrim, owns a kosher pizza parlor.
We're purely caller driven, so if anybody in the community sees something that looks suspicious, they'll call us, we'll send a radioed car to that location, and then if it seems to be something, they call for more backup. And the police are monitoring our radios as well. So all of us carry radios 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the city and the county police both have our radios. So they hear everything that we're saying. If we have a call that's in the county lieutenant will get on the radio with us, listen to what's going on, advise us accordingly, and then the police show up.
Volunteerism is part and parcel of the Jewish religion and the community. And, you know, not volunteering to me seems even crazier than volunteering. So it's part of giving back to the community that's done a lot for all of us.
On any given night, police are called to the Park Heights, Pikesville section of the city, the area where the largest concentration of Jews reside. Baltimore City Police tell J Report that they count on Shomrim as an important tool to help them reach out to the community. Police Chief Frank Bielfeld is a big supporter of Shomrim.
In terms of Shomrim, they're much more involved in intelligence, sharing in the community as it relates to crime, and providing physical security at events like this and other community events throughout the year. So it acts as a force multiplier for the Baltimore City Police Department.
They work with us on a daily basis, very effective in the community. They assist the police department almost daily, 24 hours a day. They're available to me at any call. I mean, I work with them on a daily basis, and the community depends on them a lot, and the police department depends on this group a lot.
The Baltimore-Washington region is the home for more than 200,000 Jewish families, making it the fifth largest in the nation. The area, patrolled by Shomrim, goes beyond city limits into Baltimore County. In the county, there's a separate police force, and according to County Police Chief Jim Johnson, Shomrim helps them deal with the community.
Well, I think they're highly effective. In fact, violent crime rates in Baltimore County are at 1976 levels, and I attribute that in great measure to the work of these great men out in the field today. These men are involved every day, 24-hour day coverage. They're uniformed, they're organized, they're structured. They deal and work in a partnership with our officers every day.
The group will often arrive at a crime scene before the police and handle crowd control and then liaison with the community. Former Baltimore Mayor Sheila Dixon calls the organization invaluable.
Shomrim is a very important organization. What they do up in this Park Heights area is really an example to exemplify community engagement and involvement. And it's a phenomenal organization who believes in the citizens of Baltimore and their commitment to people.
And most importantly, in this tight-knit community, Shomrim provides an extra sense of security to a population that at times feels very threatened.
They're very useful, very professional. They work very hard. I know some of them personally, and they're constantly working and trying to keep our community safe.
I think it's very important that they're there, and they're extra help for the police. After all, you can only have so many policemen according to the budget and what they can afford, and the Shomrim are an extra help that help out the community.
For the most part, the members of Shomrim don't actually patrol the neighborhood, waiting instead to get a call from a resident. But when crime stats increase, they try to keep as visible as possible.
So the number's a little higher. The police are working hard at it. They brought an initiative to our community, bringing extra officers to help on the burglaries. And we're reminding the public how important it is to lock your doors, lock your windows, make sure everything stays alarmed. And if you see anything suspicious, call us, call the police, and everybody has to watch for themselves and watch your neighbors.
We get about between 150 to 200 phone calls each month, different various levels of problems, some just a suspicious individual, sometimes a missing child, sometimes a stolen bicycle. So it runs the gamut from minor to very, very serious, and we handle them all.
There are more than 40 synagogues in this community that's patrolled by Shomrim, and this small group of men provide a security blanket and reassurance for the tight-knit community that's here. In Baltimore, I'm Lou Davis for the J Report.
Thanks, Lou. Okay, when we return, we will take an artistic look back at some Jewish Americans who, let's just say, were on the other side of the criminal equation.